easily. People will be able to think on that way around. There's no way we not move. You definitely you must move from one place to another place. Like me now, I'm a retiree. I'm going to Marina, and if I drop at Tiptemeta, I'll be able to join a little, and coming back. And if I have card for like a Korea or something like that, I think it will help. I will just join BRT straight away from that place.
This is my first time of boarding this train, and it's a good experience, and I like it. Well, it have helped me to reduce a fare of normal downfall and all that. So, and it's affordable, and I like it. At least it's free of charge for the moment. Yes. If they can make it to be boarding in the evening also, so that while coming back we can also board it. Yeah, evening from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the night. Yeah.
It's a seamless experience. It's actually taken off the phobia of getting on a train in Nigeria, and actually also experiencing that feel of the two-head train. You're facing one direction now and then the other direction. So it's a good feel. You get into the terminal without any issues, and your train is here and you move easy peasy. So it's good. Okay, so it's going to bring a lot of ease. One thing I remember when they started the bus rides, that you park at the toll gate and you board the bus, that really caught on. So with this train experience, it's actually going to catch on seriously, because nobody wants to get caught up in the traffic along the express, or okay, there's a broken down trailer, tanker, whatever, and then you're there on the road for hours. The train has actually removed all that and makes the journey easy and seamless. So it's good. Let us just have this continuity. We have experienced it. It mustn't go away. When you cut on to something good, something easy, something that works in other climes. Let me use the Yoruba word, ifokanbalewa. You have that peace and calm. So it's good.
Of being on this form of transportation outside the shores of this country. This is something that I feel that should have happened a long time ago. I know we had it then during the Jakande era, and it's good that this administration is bringing it back. It's going to save people a whole lot. Save them money, save them time, and it's going to also help, because I know that for sure a lot of people work in Lagos but don't live in Lagos. So this red rail is going to make life a lot easier for people. So it's no longer whether I'm a Lagosian or I'm from Ogun State, I'm a Nigerian. That's the message I'm getting from here. So I can walk anywhere and live anywhere, and I can actually calculate how long it's going to take me, because I know the time the train will leave, I know the time the train will get to where it's going. I can plan my movement, and within 24 hours I can do everything I need to do and still get back home on time. So this is a fantastic project. I feel that government should involve more people. Sometimes we say, if you take a good look at the way the bus transportation has evolved over the years, you find out that whether you like it or not, government needs to regulate. Good. But you also need people to invest. Do you get it? So I feel that bringing other people on board to be part of this project will be also equally good. I feel that that's one of the things they should actually do. People want to invest. People want to be carried along, because these are the people who will give you the genuine feedback. Not just because it's government's business, government is doing this. Individuals, corporate organizations can actually support as well. And you know that one of the major problems that we've had in this country is the maintenance culture. So oftentimes when you leave the entire thing to government, who does the maintaining? When you put structures like this or infrastructures like this together, you need the people to take ownership, so that we have to move away from this is government's property. It's not government, it is our property. We need to be involved. We need to be able to, be responsible enough to when we see people destroying certain things, make the noise so that, because at the end of the day, if you turn the other way and you keep saying, well, it's government now, it's government money, at the end of the day, it's going to affect you. No matter how little the problem is, it's going to affect us. So I feel that government needs to bring in individuals, corporate organizations. Let's do it collectively. Let's run it. Don't just leave it to individuals and don't just leave it to government. I believe that working together will bring, that there are times that when you have two people, the two people can actually see two different things. Yeah. But if you're alone, you probably will not see some other things. So that's the way I feel about it.
This time I'm boarding this train, but I'm very impressed from the way I'm coming from. For me to board the train, for the people that is arranging us, they are well to put us in the right track. Not that go there. They are talking to us as a good citizens of Nigeria, and we just appreciate them. And I give a kudos to our father and our honorable governor, which is Honorable Babajide Sanwo-Olu, that we appreciate him, and he should continue to be doing more and to keep it up. And maybe if they can extend it to Ijoko, people that live in Ijoko and houses and area, they will appreciate it. But for now, I so much appreciate him, and God will continue to give him more wisdom and understanding to rule us to a promised land.
The governor has warned that any act of disruptions or vandalism would not be accepted and urged Lagos residents to ensure that the metro trains continue to be safe and stress-free ride for all.
That indeed is commendable, because the hustle and bustle in Lagos Road is not a joke at all when you are talking about traffic congestion. Kudos to the Lagos State government. I'm sure Lagos residents can't wait to continue paying taxes in order to keep enjoying this beautiful edifice built in the state. Now, a quick flip to the ongoing demolition exercise in Lagos State, where the Lagos government has vowed to crack down on illegal building erected without government approval. This time around, the government's attention is on Ayetoro community under Yaba local government development area in the state. According to findings from both the residents and the government agents about this Ayetoro community saga, the state government is not evacuating them. Rather, the government is only asking them to make sure the roofs of their buildings should be in uniform. Let's say blue, green, black, and thereabout, due to the proximity to the island, and that is known to be the elite neighborhood because of tourists that troop to that area of the state. Due to this, the community leaders and the state government officials struck an agreement that paved way for a 3-month grace for them to remain there or be evacuated permanently.
After issuing the residents of Ayetoro community in Yaba Local Council Development Area a 5-day ultimatum to vacate their homes over structural defects in their buildings, the Lagos State government has now provided an alternative which could allow the residents to remain after both parties struck an agreement to standardize the structural outlook of the community in line with the state framework. Residents thanked the state government for the opportunity and pledged to uphold the agreement strictly.
The starting of this project is not be our back. All the community seated with governor and the LBT Cora, and we sit. It's not 10 times, it's not 5 times. We sit together and we discuss properly together. And the Mr. Governor tell us to go and remove our house from a power line away. Now we are ready to remove our house, like we said, like the balance said. We remove our power line 100 meters away to the government, and we need the approval of our community. That is very important. All of we are a government.
The government has done an amazing thing to the residents of this community by first consulting with us before demolishing our houses. We will comply with the request to evacuate from the power line before the deadline, which is December.
In this low-lying coastal town of Ayetoro, fishing and plank sales are the main sources of income for most of the residents. But as the deadline draws near, community leaders have appealed to well-meaning individuals and organizations to assist them in raising funds.
We definitely understand what the government laid out and we are prepared to evacuate the power line area. All that remains is for us to discuss the best course of action. The government should be rest assured that within 3 months, the time frame as stipulated will be met.
That's okay. We are here to give the necessary support to government because we believe the areas that this project covers still reside under the authority and ownership of Oloto Royal family. It's something that we believe we should come and partner with government, because from Third Mainland Bridge, Makoko Aziz to Ilaje Bariga is like a selling point of what Lagos State should be. So people coming in and out of Lagos State right on Third Mainland Bridge should be able to see semblance of a state that is viable, rich and beautiful.
The state government says it aims to address the issues of illegal buildings erected in the city without approval.
What Mr. Governor wants them to do is to make sure that they move away from the power line. That is a very heavy power line that is there. And there is a distance that they are supposed to keep away from it, which is about between 120 and 100 meters away from. They should move away from there. And secondly, what we've always been saying is that when you look at it when you are driving on the Third Mainland Bridge, the place looks like shanties. Like what I told them, even some of the gadgets that they have there is more than the gadget that they have in Ikeja or on the island. That is a very lovely place. So they should ensure that that place doesn't look like shanties by making sure that they have one significant color for the roof, or if the community want to decide and choose a particular roof. All these that we have said must happen be doing now and 20th of December so that we can move on. And that the people from Okobaba, they've been on it in the last 15 years. And now that we have sent them away, we don't want a situation whereby some people feel that they are playing smart and they now want to move to the other side. And moving to the other side is still making the project a failure. So we don't want that. Everybody should move to Agbowa, where the government have made for them. They have the road, infrastructure is complete, they have road, they have light, they have water, they have all the essential service, even warehouse where they will put some of their things. So they can't leave that place like that and still tends to use this place. So the governor asks them to move. You know what they say, you want to collaborate. Government doesn't want a situation where some of them will come to a particular community and believe that they are, no, they can use that place for some period of time, which means that they are more or less not moving away from Okobaba. And that is why government sent me to them to explain to them in details that it is very important that it doesn't want anybody selling plank or planing plank within this environment. Those are the 4 key things that Mr. Governor said I should tell them, which has been delivered to them. And they've promised that before 20th of December, government, that place will have, everything will be in place and government will start noticing it. But it doesn't cost of anything. The life of an average Nigerian is more important than the money. It's not important that the money that the person building under high tension is going to make, because when that thing comes in, you cannot get back the life. But you can get back 10 million, you can get back 10 billion. But the life is a key thing and it's part of it. And I want you to know it's building control. Building control in all its ramifications. It's not about construction alone. It's not about demolition alone. It's about the welfare of an average citizen of Nigeria, Lagos State alone.
However, the state government disclosed that the goal is to promote infrastructure development through appropriate structural planning in the state, not to target the economically disadvantaged Lagosians.
Welcome back. You heard it all from both parties involved, and the beauty of this agreement is the synergy of readiness to comply even before the deadline by the residents. This is where we will draw the curtain close on today's program. I'm Sydney Okafor. Bye for now, and see you next time.
Ayetoro community is a theocratic communist setting funded by a group of believers known as the Apostles in 1947. Ayetoro community in its heydays has the largest per capita income in the whole of West Africa. Initially, Ayetoro community was 15 to 20 kilometer landmass away from the sea. But as it stands now, more than 10 kilometers of the total landmass has gone into the sea. And this frequent surge is attributed to emission from multinational oil companies off the coasts of our land, not minding the environmental challenges and disasters.
This is a community established in one of the Nigeria base. A lot of people you see in the offshore were trained here, both mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, and nautical engineer were trained in this bush. Yes, this bush, I call this place bush. And this is the Shepherd Technical Workshop approved by the IWD, which is now Minister of Transport. IWD means the Inland Waterway Department. That is the colonial time.
This place is like small London. So, and our primary occupation here is fishing. You can see now, everything now has been eroded. Some of our fishermen, they have went to other places to find for their source of livelihood.
It's just a sudden that we have been experiencing sea culture coming every day by day. And since that time, we have been making effort to the federal government because we are law-abiding citizens. We believe that we cannot engage ourselves in a radical ways because we believe that by protesting, writing letters, federal government can come to our aid. By the videos, a lot of things we have been doing since we have been expressing the sea church.
I'm shooting.
That area, that is the iconic worship center. Yeah, that wood. That is the iconic worship center. Over there, we have the community service center here, over there. Then at the same time, the major streets where other minor streets were linked to has been permanently submerged by the ocean surge.
I'm seriously worried. I'm worried because this recurrency surge is affecting us in virtually all human aspects of our life. Social life has been collapsed, economic-wise has been collapsed, health-wise, nothing to sing and dance home about. Even our religious activities, our life, religious life, has been collapsed totally. Because Ayeto community is a religious setting. The church moved here. We have not just come here to trade or to do other activities. The church is the community is the church. So every aspect of our life has been totally, damaged by this current, recurring sea surge happening in Ayeto. And over 20 years, we've been into this. People have lost, several properties worth millions. Buildings has collapsed. Over 500 to 600 to 700 buildings have been washed away. Our industrial power has been collapsed. Ayeto community is known to be a self-developed community on its own, without any intervention of the federal government or the state government over the years. Yet we kept on going. If by now the ocean surge, as a result of the oil exploration that is going on in our offshore, is destroying our land, up till now we cannot see the hand of the government coming to help and to rescue us. It is so sad, and that's why I'm worried.
Ṣé ẹ bá wo gbogbo ibi ilé ló kún bẹ̀, gbogbo ilé yẹn ni òkun ti parẹ́ pátápátá. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe ń wó ilé yẹn ló ń wó gbogbo àwọn ohun àlùmọ́nì wa, àwọn ohun tí a ní ilé, ohun ẹrù wa. Ìmí gan tó bá ń wo báyìí tí a bá tètè dìsámúra àti gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ó gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn.
Fund the trip of those guys.
This thing is excruciating, it is extreme. In fact, every blessed day, people used to die because of the thinking that the community that was founded at their present has been eroded. So it is extreme, it is serious, it is harrowing.
My father's house happened to be the extreme house before the Atlantic Ocean. We lost it 2017. 2007, that was when we lost it. It's highly devastating. Even the one that belonged to my grandmother, we lost it. That was along primary school road. We lost it too. So I've been affected. I'm highly devastated. Now I'm a tenant in my hometown. Imagine how is it? Highly devastating. We need support of the entire world to save this community. Ayeto community is a community that must not go into extinction. It's a very serious situation.
So the community is divided into two, the up and the down. So the up is reserved for the male. Why do that? Because they want them to access the sea quickly because of the occupation they engage in. Then the downside is reserved for the female, so that they can drive their fishes, because the Atlantic breeze is coming from the up, so that the smoke will not disturb the community from up. That was why they situated the downside for the women, so that their kitchen can be downside. So you have Bale, Abejoye, Korodun Aneroye, Adedoyin, Alebiosun, Bishop, Arojolu. Then so after Arojolu you have the information house, or the glass house as we used to call it.
So where's the glass house now?
It's gone already.
It's some months already.
That is where all the information regarding the Ayeto community, people coming just like you came now. All the information you buy your trip, what you are going to do, when you are going to, you go back, so it will be documented before you go into the community. That was how it was done then. Then the city hall or civil center, there too, all of them have gone. After the city hall, you have Ojomo Street is gone too. So behind Ojomo, we have the church building. The church street and the church building is gone already.
And that church is very important.
Very important. That is where they situated that night of January 12, 1947. when they came in. Now we have Akinjoye, we have Ajayi. Then in Ajayi Street, you have the first Ogeloyinbo Palace built with wood. So that one is gone too. We have the Olowojayi. Then after Olowojayi, you have the shoe making industry.
There used to be a
shoemaking industry. One of the industry, a small scale industry. Then behind the shoemaking industry, you have the clothing making industry too. So that one too is gone. So we have after Olowojayi, behind it is the shoemaking and the clothing making. We have Olowo Topa Oyinbo. We have Omogbenwa. Then after Omogbenwa, we have the carpentry workshop. So the carpentry workshop too is currently threatening. Half of it is gone into into the sea. And then you have Tobase. Then we have, after the Tobase street there, you have a mini supermarket. There's a mini supermarket there. So after the mini supermarket is where you have Oyetomi Street. So from the upside,
where's the mini supermarket?
This is just behind the what's it called?
But it's still there.
We can still find it there. So after the the mini supermarket, you have Oyetomi Street. So from the main side now, the main streets, Oyetomi Street is the only surviving street you can find up.
And it's been threatened.
It's threatened. In almost we only have just 2 buildings.
That is where my mother's father's house was situated, and it has been eroded.
Just 2 houses.
And your fear now is that this side, where the female side might be affected. So it's like everybody has moved to this side now.
Yes. So most of the male now, they are actually residing with their wives.
With their wives.
Their wives. So the Oyetomi is the only one that you see. Then from the downside where you have the
and this broad street is no longer existing.
It's gone completely. It's gone completely. Where you can have the broad street, the beauty of the broad street now, it's around the Block Palace. That's where you can have the beauty of the broad street.
Okay.
How it looks like.
tí ẹ bá wo ọ̀hún yẹn chọ́ọ̀chì wa gangan the main church táwọn baba ńlá wa kọ́ ó ti wo àtúnkọ́ mi ó tún wo.
The church is where all the inhabitants of this land will gather to worship God, because that was the revelation our forefathers received. This place is a Christian utopian religious community for the service of God.
It has actually changed the landscape totally. Let me put it that way. Why do I say so? It's because when you look at the land mass, as at when our founding fathers came here, 1947, it is about 20 or 10, 15 kilometers to the shore. So people had to trek. I think Dr. Noge wrote a book about Ayeto community, that the only challenges that the fishermen, because Ayeto is known for fishing, the only challenges that they are having, it is the accessibility to the shore too. That is as at that time, and it's been a long time. So it has actually changed the landscape, and we are worried about it.
This is the Community Technical College. Here we are. Now you can see now these are debris, has been ravaged by the sea surge. Now that place, that is the bakery that we are using before. This last month, the sea surge has ravaged this place, and we've relocated to another place. So it is serious. That is the powerhouse generating plants. It has been affected, greatly affected by those sea surge. We also have dockyard over there where marine boats were built in the past. That place has been submerged as well. So nothing to write home about in the community again. All our social cultural activities has gone. The secondary schools has been relocated for about 3 consecutive times now. Nothing again.
If urgent intervention is not coming any moment from now, the community will no longer in existence because 2/3 of the community has gone already.
My fears is that if something reasonable, prompt action is not taken on the part of government to salvage this land, perhaps we might. We don't pray for such anyway. The community might go into extinction. We don't want that because Ayeto community has helped the federal government, even the West Africa, in terms of marine. Because when Ayeto was having a technical school, the Ayeto community has trained experts in marine engineering, in nautical engineering, and they are serving all the multinational companies that we can see in our offshore. Ayeto community has built the largest fishing boat in the history of Nigeria and West Africa. It was built here by the local carpenter, and those people that even built those big boats, they were still alive. Check Fishing News International, is there.
If prompt and urgent action is not taken within, let me say, within the space of 2 months, where we stand here will no longer be. So, and that is why we are appealing to the federal government as a matter of urgency and exigency to please come to our rescue, so that Ayetoro is a historic community, so that it will not become a thing of history. That is our appealing. We are appealing to the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dito Sopadek, Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission, to please come to our rescue, so that this glorious community will not become a thing of history.
So we are begging the federal government, we are begging the international community, we are begging NDDC, we are begging all relevant agencies to please come to our aid.
Apá wa ò ká o, kàn jọ̀ọ́ kàn má jẹ́ kó kùn yìí kó gbé wa lọ, gbogbo ilé ibi iṣẹ́ wa, gbogbo ilé ìsìn tá ń pè church, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti wó.
I'm now appealing to the state government, federal government, and the world to give what you call immediate action on this community. If you were here about 7 years, about 20 years back, if we tell you the extension of this place, you can't believe.
Welcome back to the newsroom. I am Joy Uchejim, and these are the stories we're tracking at the moment. The Supreme Court has nullified the enforcement of provisions of the National Lottery Act 2005 in the 36 states of the Federation. In a unanimous judgment delivered on Friday, the 7-member panel held that the National Assembly lacks the powers to legislate on issues pertaining to lottery and gaming. In March 2005, former President Olusegun Obasanjo signed the National Lottery Bill into law. However, Justice Idris ordered that the National Lottery Act 2005 should no longer be enforced in all states except the Federal Capital Territory, in respect of which the National Assembly is empowered to make laws. And the Lagos State government has announced traffic diversion to accommodate the maiden edition of the 10-kilometer capital city race scheduled for Saturday, November 23rd. The State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Osiyemi, announced the diversion in a statement signed by the ministry's Deputy Director, Public Affairs, Bolanle Ogunlola, on Friday in Lagos. The Deputy Director quoted the Commissioner as indicating that the race will be held by between 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. And the Akwa Ibom State Executive Council has approved the draft budget estimate of 955 billion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. The State Commissioner for Information, Ini Emenobong, disclosed this after the Council's meeting, which was presided over by Governor Umo Eno at the Government House in Uyo. A breakdown of the estimate shows that while 300 billion naira is for recurrent expenditure, 655 billion naira is for capital projects. And the Transmission Company of Nigeria says vandals have again disrupted repair work of its Ahaoda-Yenagwa 132 kilovolt line, which is currently under repair due to previous vandalism. This is contained in a statement by TCN's General Manager, Public Affairs, Ndidi Umba, on Friday in Abuja. Umba said the second attack, which affected towers 29 to 31, resulting in the theft of approximately one-third of the conductor, occurred on Tuesday. And lack of money has left two-thirds of households in Nigeria grappling with the reality of not being able to provide healthy and nutritional meals, a survey by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, has revealed. The NBS survey, titled Nigeria General Household Survey, Wave 5, reflects a parent's reflection of the multidimensional poverty in the country and the impact of continuous reduction in the purchasing power of Nigerians due to rising prices of goods and services. In a significant twist, the survey also showed that households in the country experience 6.7 power blackouts every week. And on the foreign scene, Italy, the Netherlands, Canada, and other countries have announced their intention to comply with arrest warrants issued by the International Criminal Court for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. The warrants issued by the ICC on Thursday accuse both men of war crimes and crimes against humanity during the ongoing war in Gaza. The court's charges include allegations of starvation, murder, persecution, and other inhumane acts. And finally, on sports, the coach of Bendel Insurance Football Club of Benin, Monday Odigie, has resigned his appointment with the club. It was gathered that Odigie submitted his resignation letter to the club secretary Charles Ihimekwen shortly after the Benin club side lost 2-3 to Rangers International of Enugu last Sunday. According to reports, Odigie wanted to resign on match day 10 encounter against Sunshine Stars of Akure, but the outcome of the match, which Insurance won 2-1 on the road, prevented that from happening. And those are the major stories from our newsroom at the moment. We'll bring you more updates at the top of the hour.